Have you ever sat down to study or work, fully determined to focus, and within a few minutes your mind was already somewhere else? You try harder. You force yourself to concentrate, and somehow, that makes it worse. What most people don't realize is that trying to focus is often the reason focus fails. Studies on attention show that sustained, effort-based concentration drains mental energy quickly and actually increases distraction over time. In this video, I want to explain a simple but misunderstood idea: why attention works better than concentration, and how this changes the way we work, study, and even meditate. When most of us try to concentrate, we do something very specific. We try to force the mind to stay on one thing and push everything else away. Internally, it sounds like this: stay here. Don't think about anything else. Focus. But here's a simple question. If I tell you right now, don't think about an elephant, can you actually do that? Of course not. The mind doesn't work by suppression. The more you resist a thought, the stronger it tends to return. So when we concentrate, we're often doing something unnatural. We're trying to control the mind instead of understanding it. It's like swimming against strong waves. You can do it for a while, but it costs a lot of energy. The mind is not your enemy, but it's not your personal assistant either. It evolved to scan, wander, notice change. When we fight that with force, we get tired, frustrated, and distracted. Attention is often misunderstood as another form of concentration. But it's actually the opposite. Concentration is forced attention. Attention is what remains when the force is removed. Think about moments when you were genuinely absorbed, watching something interesting, listening deeply, or working on something that engaged you. You weren't telling yourself to focus. You weren't blocking thoughts. You weren't monitoring yourself. You were just there. That's attention. Attention is open. It's relaxed. And it doesn't need effort to sustain itself. Thoughts may still appear, but they don't automatically pull you away. The biggest difference is this: attention does not evaluate itself. There's no inner voice asking, "Am I focused enough? Why did my mind wander?" That voice is concentration. We confuse attention with concentration because effort feels productive. When we try hard, it feels like we're doing something right. But effort is not the same as effectiveness. Concentration adds a second task on top of the real work: managing yourself. You're not just studying or working. You're also watching how well you're doing it. That self-monitoring consumes energy. Attention removes that extra layer. That's why concentration burns us out, and attention doesn't. This is where meditation is often misunderstood. Most people think meditation means sitting still, stopping thoughts, or escaping daily life. But in its simplest form, meditation is just attention without resistance. When you do something attentively, without forcing focus, without judging distraction, that is meditation. You don't need silence. You don't need mountains. You don't need special postures. You just need to stop fighting experience. This is why many traditions say meditation is not separate from life. Walking, eating, working, done with attention, is the practice. Now let's talk about how to actually practice this. Pick one ordinary activity: studying, writing, reading, or working. Don't try to concentrate. Just stay with what you're doing. Thoughts will appear. Feelings will appear. Even urges or distractions will appear. That's not a problem. The practice is not to stop them. The practice is this: a thought arises. You notice it. The moment you notice it, it no longer continues as thinking. Because thinking requires identification. Awareness breaks that chain. You don't react to the thought. You don't validate it. You don't suppress it. You simply see. A thought appeared. And just like that, it passes. No thinking means no self-evaluation. No self-evaluation means no extra tension. Then you gently return to the task. That returning is attention. You may return 100 times. That's fine. Attention is not continuous presence. It is repeated returning without self-violence. Even arousal, boredom, or restlessness are allowed. You don't need to fix them. You just observe them arising and dissolving, and return to what you're doing. So the core idea is simple. Concentration tries to control the mind. Attention understands it. One exhausts you. The other sustains you. You don't need stronger willpower. You don't need more discipline. You just need to stop interfering with attention. And when you do, work becomes lighter, learning becomes deeper, and meditation becomes part of life. Quietly,